It is Cowboys week. The Browns on the practice field for the first time this week. Yes, they practice Monday, but this is the first real practice here on Wednesday as we officially enter Cowboys week. They will play the Cowboys on Sunday afternoon, and we're sort of where we've been over the last week, Mary Kay. Who is going to start at left tackle? Jed Wills returned to practice today, but said in the locker room he's not expecting to start on Sunday, so that could mean, as we've been saying, Jack Conklin could be the guy going out there. But at the very least, it's good to see Jed finally back on the practice field.
Yeah, definitely nice to see Jed. It's been the big mystery over these past few months. Why isn't he practicing? He cleared that up a little bit today, described some of his surgery and what he's been going through. So nice to see him back out there. But as you mentioned, he's ruled himself out for starting this game. So that leaves Jack Conklin and perhaps maybe even James Hudson, depending on how Jack gets through the week. But it seems to me that Jack has the inside track. That's how it's been trending lately. He feels like he can do it.
So Jack was out on the practice field today. He wasn't doing much during the part that was open. He was just kind of standing there holding his helmet. But that's sort of been the MO with Jack since he returned to practice last week. 1 day on, 1 day off. So I wouldn't read too much into that. But Ashley, he's coming back from a pretty serious injury himself, of course.
Yeah, we talk all the time about that Joel Bitonio quote from training camp where Joel basically said, Nick Chubb's injury is the one everyone remembers. But Jack Conklin's was basically just as severe, especially for an O-lineman. You're talking about multiple torn ligaments in that knee. I think it will be a feat if that Jack Conklin is even available for this game and how his rehab has progressed, especially knowing some of the other injuries he's had. But I do think the good thing with Jack, he's obviously an all-pro. He's a veteran. He played on the left side in college. So all those things, if they would need to use him there in that left spot, I think working in their favor still.
Yeah, name a ligament in that knee, and Jack Conklin had it repaired after that injury in the opener last season. Now, we heard from Deshaun Watson today for the first time this regular season. It's actually been the first time in a while since we've talked to Deshaun Watson. Mary Kay, what stood out to you about Deshaun's attitude, just sort of what he had to say up there?
Well, first of all, like Jack Conklin, Deshaun Watson is going to have to contend with Micah Parsons in this game. So everyone has him circled in red. He's a key to this game, premier edge rusher. So that is a reason why left tackle is so important this game. But as far as Deshaun Watson is concerned, he says he feels absolutely fine. Nothing to worry about with that general soreness in the shoulder. He doesn't mind that he didn't play at all in the preseason, sat out that preseason finale. He also said that he feels good about the fact that he's had enough time with Jerry Jeudy, Amari Cooper, Elijah Moore, David Njoku now, even though they weren't out there together very much in the preseason or during camp. So he feels confident about that. But my big takeaway is the fact that Deshaun Watson has an opportunity to go out on the national stage on Sunday with the eyes of the nation watching him, Tom Brady calling this game, and prove to people that he is the elite quarterback that he still 100% believes that he is.
Yeah, it's sort of like now or never. It's prove it time for Deshaun Watson, and it's either people are going to be saying on Monday, man, Deshaun Watson, maybe he's still got a little something, or he's going to be the butt of every joke on Monday. Not to put too much into this game because it is just week one, Ashley, but the nation is going to be watching. The football world is going to be watching. Those are sort of the stakes for him.
It is, and like Mary Kay said, I think there's a ton of hype outside of this game beyond just the game itself. I mean, the broadcasting crew, for one, with Tom Brady, the fact that it's that 4:25 start, not really any other games that are going to be overlapping them in that time frame. So I definitely think we asked a lot of players about that today. The hype is certainly there. And now everyone, Deshaun Watson especially, I think has to deliver on it for this team in order, I think, for them to get more of that attention on a national scale than they've been getting in the preseason.
Now, Browns fans can breathe a sigh of relief after what they went through last year. Jed Wills ruling himself out aside. Everyone was on the practice field today that was supposed to be on the practice field. So, look, aside from some guys who are on lists or starting the season on lists, like Nick Chubb, for example, Mary Kay, this team is pretty healthy entering week one.
Yeah, and I've been saying this for a little over a week, maybe 2 weeks now, that the team that we watched all throughout training camp is not the team that is going to take the field on Sunday afternoon against the Cowboys. This is a really good football team, and as long as the quarterback is the guy that everybody believes he is and he comes back healthy, this team can win a lot of football games. So I think there's good news out there. The energy is good.
Yeah, look, we know they're not. We know no team ever stays 100% healthy, but at least if you can start at that spot, Ashley, it gives you a chance.
It gives you a chance. I mean, especially this team, I think, knows it better than any other team right now in recent memory, knowing everything they went through last year. Of course, their defense in the second half of the season, they went through a slew of injuries there. They went through 5 different offensive tackles last season. 5 different quarterbacks. They won games with 4 of them. I mean, they really went through the ringer last year in terms of injuries. So it just feels like they're in such a different place than they were last year.
They've come a long way from that game when they started Jeff Driscoll in Cincinnati. We'll say that. Full coverage of everything leading up to this game, everything that happened today. You can find it all at cleveland.com/Browns.